feeling great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion. Welcome back to the Immigration Answer Show. My name is Jim Hacking. This is episode number 467. We are 2/3 of the way to 500 from 400. We'll be here for the next hour answering as many of your immigration law related questions as I can. How is everybody doing? How is your week going? There's only one more day left to the work week. I'll be here for the next hour or so trying to answer your legal questions, your immigration questions. And I just saw a comment from Camille, Hacking, you're the king, but your prices, yikes. Yeah, that shit's expensive. It's an expensive proposition to hire an immigration lawyer. And we certainly don't apologize for our fees. Our fees are set because we have a really good team and we have to pay that team. And we want everyone to be happy here, to succeed here. And we do what we can to offer payment plans, but the shit's not cheap. There's no doubt about it. We're not the cheapest people in town. We're not a notario. We are experienced immigration lawyers, and we charge accordingly. Let us know where you're watching from. I see a lot of good friends in the comments already. All of our usual suspects are here. Robert is here. H&M is here. Carolyn's here. Rich is in Florida. Hope is here. Sheldon, of course. Sheldon, welcome back. Where you been, man? Nurse Laura's here. Robert, I already mentioned. Christine, good to see everybody. The waiting room's filling up, so we better get this party started. Let's say hi to Jai Kai.
Hi, Jim. Can you take me off camera?
It's Thursday. Everybody go.
Thank you. I spoke with you the other day. I am the one that's been married for 4 years. Husband haven't been filing the taxes, needed a co-sponsor, etc. You did advise me. I did have a conversation with him. So he does plan to go ahead and file his taxes for 22, 23 in the next tax season. I was wondering if you thought it'd be a good idea to go ahead at that point with those 2 years and file, hoping that by the time I get a response, the next tax season would have rolled around for us to be able to send in 24 because they need 3 years. What's your thoughts on that?
I'm going to mute you just because when I talk, it bounces back. So I'm just going to mute you while I'm talking. My advice is that if you're filing and you don't have 3 years of tax returns, then you should use a co-sponsor. Anything else will slow down your case. From a purely immigration standpoint, the best thing to do is to use a co-sponsor. You can't rely on when they're going to ask you for that. 2024 taxes are a really long time from now. So I think that's pretty unlikely that the case will drag on that long, such that you'd be able to rely on those years of taxes. So I think you need a co-sponsor.
Okay, I have one. So I had planned to go ahead and file with the co-sponsor despite that.
So why not have
I didn't.
What'd you say?
I didn't hear what you said.
Why not have him file tax returns for earlier years?
Well, he had filed for 2019, so he has that one. But like I had discussed with you, it was a scenario where he had his sister file for him and my daughter as a dependent for the year 20 and 21.
So again, that's tax fraud. No one should have done that, and they need to go back and fix those taxes. If he doesn't give them 3 years of taxes, they might just sit on the case.
Oh, so then it makes sense to just wait until 2025 to file with the 3 years total?
No, again, I'm going to say the same thing I told you last time. His sister needs to file an amended tax return because she lied to the government. He needs to file an amended tax return. Anything else is putting you in danger. I don't care about them and their dumb taxes. I care about you as an immigrant. That's all I care about.
Understandable, but they seem unwilling to do that, Jim, and that's where my frustration is from. Like, she's not willing to go and amend it.
Hi.
I don't know what that's about, but
It's about being permanent.
but there's only so much I can do from that point, you know. I've already asked because, like I had told you, I had sought legal advice about it, and that's what the lawyer had advised. And they just, well, she decided she wasn't going to go through all of that. So I've been here stuck just waiting on those 3 years worth of taxes, and that is my issue. I don't know what the issue is with doing it. I don't see why it's a big deal. However, I'm the one that's over here waiting and getting frustrated.
So I don't
So
know
I don't know.
what right your husband has to tell her to take him off her taxes, but he's certainly free to file an amended tax return and let the chips fall where they may. Um, I don't want to cause marital discord, but if I'm you, I'm saying, look, baby, you got to choose me or your stupid sister, the criminal. Do you want me to stay in the United States? I've talked to 2 lawyers now. They both say that you have to file tax returns for those years. You know, if he files a tax return for those years and the government later on finds that she shouldn't have listed him, he's not going to get in trouble. She is. He did what he was supposed to do. So this is on her. So, you know, this is all well beyond my world as an immigration lawyer, this issue of the sister. But to me, if I love my wife and I want to keep her here, I'm going to file a tax return, what the lawyer said, and then let the chips fall where they may with my stupid sister.
Yeah, I would think that would be the choice. Like I said, I don't know what that's about. But however, if he doesn't do that, then that would be my only recourse to wait until 2025, where he would have been able to file all three.
If that's
If
if
that's
that's if that's even safe to do,
safe to do.
they could always be looking for you. So this is not a good plan. Jai, I got to get going. Okay, I'm going to get to my next caller. Good luck to you. All right, let's talk to Daniel. Hello, Daniel.
Hey Jim, how are you?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm alright. Do you mind putting me off the camera, please?
Go ahead.
Alright, so first of all, I'm a very long time listener, first time caller.
Thank you.
I'm right now in the United States on a K1 visa and I'm waiting for my green card, so I'm the family-based adjustment of status.
Great.
I got, after 2 months of waiting, already my work permit, but today I checked the USCIS website and they sent me a request for evidence. My problem right now is that it's based on the affidavit of support, and my wife, she's in school, she's in nursing school, so her dad filed for the affidavit of support for me. We didn't know that we have to do two from her dad that's sponsoring me and her also.
Why didn't you know that?
Um, because I'm stupid. I don't know. We thought that she's in school and she doesn't work, so she has no tax statements or W-2s or anything else. We wouldn't have to do this. So right now we're gonna resend everything, but we're just questioning on whenever she files it out now, and since she doesn't work, is she just supposed to put in like her name, her social security number, and where she lives?
No, she needs to file $0 tax returns for the last 3 years because she needs to file those with the form, and then she needs a co-sponsor.
Okay, and the co-sponsor would be her dad.
It can be whoever. I don't care who it is. It's just got to be a U.S. citizen or green card holder who makes enough money.
All right. So she has to file a zero tax, and then we need the co-sponsor do that same thing again.
Yep.
All right. So after this is done, do we need to worry about something else more, or that's about it?
Well, have you actually received the request for evidence? Have you seen it?
Yes. So it didn't come in the mail yet, but I was able to open it up on the USCIS website when I logged in. So
it's just the affidavit of support?
Yes, that's what it is.
So that's good. Yeah, you should be good.
Is this gonna extend my waiting time for like another half year or something?
Probably 3 or 4 months extra. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, that's about it. I really appreciate your service.
Bye, Daniel. See you, buddy.
Okay.
Zaki's here. Hello, Zaki.
Hello, how are you?
Great. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. Okay, so right now I'm under a F1 student visa and I am interested on get the EB2, which I know that it's a professional visa. But what are the requirements for the employer and in this case the employee to get that require?
You said EB2.
Yeah, I think it's the professional
What degree do you have?
visa, bachelor's degree.
Right now, you have a bachelor's.
Yeah.
So for EB2, you generally have to have a master's degree.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So it would be EB3. But I think you might be jumping the gun. Why are you going straight to a green card? Why aren't you thinking about OPT and an H1B?
So the OPT would be within the student visa, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the other thing is that I don't want to keep studying where I am studying right now. So I was trying to switch to honestly something faster for me and not as expensive as where I am now, to maintain my status, of course. So yeah, that's why I was thinking of EB2 or EB3.
Well, there's a wait now on these cases. So you would have to maintain your status all the way up until the time for adjustment. So I don't know that you're going to find an employer who's willing to spend the money to sponsor you when you're here on an F1. Most people don't go from an F1 to an employment-based green card.
Mhm.
Most people get an H1B visa, get sponsorship, but you have to get a degree from most likely you have to get a degree from a U.S. institution of higher learning. So you have to finish school. How long have you been in school in the United States?
1 year.
So, what degree are you working towards?
It's an associate's degree, business management.
Okay. And you don't think you can finish that program?
If I had to choose,
Well, I know
I
you have
rather.
to choose, but you don't get to choose. You're sort of stuck. You told the government that you had enough money to pay for yourself to go through school, that this was your intention. To think that you're going to be able to be in the United States applying for an associate's degree, which is a 2-year program, but there's a 3 or 4 year wait on employment-based green cards. This plan of yours that you're floating to me doesn't work.
Okay, got it. And the HIB would be more likely to happen in my case?
After a bachelor's degree.
Oh, after the bachelor's. Okay. Okay, got it.
Bye, Zeki. See
Thank
ya.
you. Bye.
Yep. Bye. All right, let's go to Manny Vlogs. Hello, Manny Vlogs.
Hi, Jim. How you doing today?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Jim, just a question for my friend family. His uncle applied for the whole family for in 1988 for the immigration visa.
1988. That's when I was in high school.
Yeah, and in like 1993 or something, they got approved. But after that, the both parties, his uncle and his dad, they passed away. And is this the case still like alive or the case is dead?
The case, unfortunately, is as dead as they are. Those cases, I mean, if nobody's worked on the case for 30 years, there's no case.
Okay. Yeah, just he sent me the documents, so that's why I just need to ask and confirm it.
Time to start over.
All right. Thank you so much. That's the
Bye,
question.
Manny. See
Bye.
you, buddy. Yep. That was an easy one. There's Peter. Hello, Peter. You're on mute, Peter.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Barely hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, can I keep the camera off?
I already did.
Sure. And thanks for doing everything you do. I watch all your videos and everything. You're great.
Can you talk louder?
Oh, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So so I had an interview about like 2 weeks ago. I've been waiting since like December of 2021 for my I-485. It's a marriage based to the U.S. citizen. And I had a question about taxes. So I worked for cash and I never received W-2. So I thought that I didn't have to pay any tax. Would that cause any trouble?
Did they ask you about it at the interview?
So the visa officer asked me like, how much did you make last year? I said this much. Since I had worked without authorization, I said yes to it. And he looked at the transcript and he's like, I don't see it here. And so I told him that I got paid cash, so I didn't know if I had to pay tax on that.
I have not had that be a problem, but I think it could be.
Could be. What would the problem be? You know, if I were to just go ahead and amend the tax, would that solve it?
Yeah, I would do that as soon as possible.
Gotcha. And I had another question. Since I've been waiting since December of 2021, how long should I wait before going through like maybe writ of mandamus route?
As soon as you get the amended taxes done and send off to USCIS.
Gotcha.
Like I would do that and give them a month, and then I'd go from there.
Gotcha. And do you think that I should only do it because there is a chance that I mean, I haven't done that for like, past couple of years. So should I just do it for 2022 or go back 3 years?
Whole thing.
Whole thing? Gotcha. Okay. No problem. Thank you.
Bye, Peter. See you, buddy. Peter in the coat pocket, according to Laura. All right, all right. Let's say hi to Cotter. Hello, Cotter.
Hi, Mr. Jim. How are you?
I'm well, buddy. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much. Thank you. You've been taking, my brother's case, like a year ago, and it is very good. So he's here. You know. My wife, she has a friend, and she came in 1995 with K visa, fiancé. So when she came to the U.S., her husband, he filed. They got married. He filed, the I-130 for her, and she, after a year, maybe they divorced, but she got, you know, he applied for her green card, but she didn't receive it since the 1995.
Okay.
And after that, they got divorced, and she got married with another U.S. citizen. She had a daughter with him, and she thought that if she gonna divorce the first one, she can get, she got, problem with him and stuff, family stuff. So she didn't get, her green card, since that year, 1995. I don't know if it's possible to revive her green card, if she can, you know.
Generally, if you enter on a K1, you can only get a green card based on the marriage to the person you came in on the K1 with.
Yeah, they got married. They have, marriage certificate, everything. They get, they made it on that year, and
But has she filed already?
yeah, she filed on that year, 1995. And maybe one day she went to the immigration, agency here in Virginia, and I told her maybe she has a green card, but they hold it. I don't know why she did it. She didn't get it from her husband.
So what's the question for me?
I don't know if it's possible to revive, her green card. She doesn't have like, the case number and stuff.
She sounds like an idiot.
She didn't know the rules, and I don't know. That was
She's been
like
here 30
maybe,
years. She's been here 30 years. Why is she
yeah,
waiting?
30 years. Yeah, she didn't go back. Yeah, from Morocco. Yeah, so
Why don't you have her send me an email and we can try to help her?
yeah,
She needs to wake up. She's just putting her head in the sand.
yeah. She didn't. She stayed here like 30 years, and she didn't, do anything. And she get old, and she has like health problem and stuff. So she's
So
my
she better
wife's
hurry.
friend.
She better hurry up.
Yeah, so I'm gonna send you an email and see if we can, you can help with that case.
Okay. Thanks, Cotter.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you, Mr. Jim. Thank you so
Bye,
much.
buddy. Yep.
Thank
Have
you.
a good day. See ya. BS is here. What do you say, BS?
Hey Jim, how are you doing? Thank you so much for taking my call.
You got it. What's up?
I'm good, thank you, so much. I have a little confusion situation. My dad, he's from Nepal. He got the visit visa for like 5 years, multiple visit visa during the COVID time, and he came to United States in 2019. And then after that, I mean, he has to return back after 6 months. At the time, COVID happened and everything shut down, flight got canceled, and everything happened. And even personally, I tried to extend his non-immigrant visa, but they denied it. They asked for some other evidence and paperwork, and the request got denied. And unfortunately, Jim, he stayed like almost like a 1 year over. He stayed in that visa, and then he went to Nepal on 2022 last year's, and he wanna come back to again to United States to visit us. So in this case, what would you like to suggest, Jim?
They won't let him in.
They won't let him.
He has a 10-year bar on coming back.
Even like he it was during the COVID time, and we tried to extend it visa and everything. Not even any.
They won't let him in. He has a 10-year bar.
Because he stayed. I mean, at that time, like Jim, it was hardly hit by COVID, and all the flight got canceled, and that's the main reason he stayed couple of months, like overstayed. So in that case too, he cannot come in.
They won't let him in. He has a 10-year bar.
Oh, I see.
They don't care about this. When everything was happening with COVID, I said to everybody that was listening, you still have to follow the rules. You still have to get out of here. You still have to either get an extension or get out of here. And even if you are going to stay, you need to prove that you tried every single day, that you tried to come back, right?
Mhm.
So I don't think he's coming. I don't think they're going to let him in. He could try to fly all the way from Nepal, but it's very unlikely that they're going to let him into the country. He has a 10-year bar on coming back because he overstayed by a year.
Okay. All right, Jim, that was it. Thank you so much.
Bye, BS. See you,
All
buddy.
right.
All right, Nancy's been waiting. Hello, Nancy. You're on mute or something. I can't. Yeah, you're on mute.
Oh, it's good now?
There you go. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for taking my call.
Sure.
So I got two questions for you. And one question is, the first question is, so my husband has pending green card application I-4 485, and he has been granted asylum already, but his green card is pending. So in this case, his work authorization is going to be expired. So when we file the EAD card, do we need to pay the fee or no?
No.
We don't need to, right? And the filing category would be AO5.
Yep.
Okay, that was my first question. And my second question is, so I have a refugee travel document, and I am planning to travel to Turkey. So of course, I need a visa, right?
hmm
So my question is, like, is it like smooth process? Is it easy if you leave United States on refugee travel document, and when you come back, do they give you hard time or?
I'll let people in the comments talk about that. How long a trip are you talking about?
Sorry?
How long of a trip are you thinking of going on?
No more than 10 days or 7 days, no more than a
Yeah.
week.
And Turkey isn't involved in the asylum case at all, right?
No. My home country is Pakistan.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think you'll be okay. If you have a visa and if you have the refugee travel document, it's just like a passport. You should be okay.
I mean, yeah, that's my main question, because I'm trying to see,
Did
some
you
my
get
friends.
you got granted asylum through your husband?
No, it was I got married later, so I had a granted asylum like on my own. I had a separate, and then I got my green card, and then applied for refugee travel document because I cannot use my country's home country passport.
You're good to go.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that was my main concern, that because I don't know anybody who has experience traveling on a refugee travel document. So when we come back in the United States, they don't really make an issue, or like.
They shouldn't. No, you're a
Okay.
green card holder. You're good.
Yeah, I have a green card. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. And
Bye,
thank you for
Nancy.
everything that you do. Thank you.
You guys have a great day.
Bye-bye. Thank
Okay, bye. Let's say hi to Ephraim. Hello, Ephraim.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Jimmy.
Good evening, Ephraim.
Yeah, thank you very much for answering my call. I've been watching your show on YouTube, and I happen to have some friends that have passed through your firm.
Oh,
So
good.
I came into the United States late August through a J1 visa, and I'm in the U.S. Virgin Island, and I'm a teacher, and wish to change my passport to an asylum. So I want to know my chances.
You want to apply for asylum?
Yeah,
What country are you from?
from Cameroon, Africa.
Why do you feel going back to Cameroon, Africa?
Yeah, because we are the minority. We are English-speaking minority, which we have been having a war. I'm a teacher from one of those regions, and it's not been easy for teachers there. So I just used this the J1. Luckily, I had it because it was difficult for us teachers, because the government and the rebels are also looking for us, because the English minority want their cessation. So us teachers, since we are the one that started, because we're being marginalized. The group took over, and they are now looking for an independent country. So they are looking for teachers.
How old are you?
I'm 35 years old.
Have you lived your whole life in Cameroon?
Beg your pardon?
Have you lived your whole life in Cameroon?
Yeah, the whole life in Cameroon.
Has anything bad happened to you in Cameroon, like you yourself as a teacher?
No, not.
So in order to make a good asylum claim, you have to show that you're going to face persecution if you return back home. So the question I always ask people is, if the United States did not give you asylum and dropped you off in the middle of Cameroon tomorrow, what bad things would happen to you?
Yeah, probably the guys will get back to me because they are looking for teachers.
But they never did before, so why would they now?
Well, they have attacked us. They have kept some notices in front of my door, so I had to leave.
What kind of notices?
No, notices showing that, oh, we are going to, if you don't, we heard that you are one of those who are teaching, so if you don't leave, know that we are going to get back to you.
Do you still have those?
Oh, really? Yeah, no, those ones, I don't have it here, but I had got pictures of them.
So what you're gonna, if you want to apply for asylum, you're gonna have to convince a U.S. asylum officer or an immigration judge that you have what's called a credible or believable fear of persecution if you go back home because of your membership in a particular social group, which I guess would be English-speaking teachers in Cameroon who are being targeted for teaching English.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it sounds like a case that's worth discussing. Right now, it doesn't sound like the strongest case on earth, but it sounds like it might be a case. It's something we could talk to you about. If you want to schedule a time to talk to one of our lawyers, we could do that.
Yeah, with my pleasure if I can do that.
Yeah, do you want to email the office and say, hey, I'm Ephraim. I was just on the show with Jim on Thursday at the 20-minute mark, and I want to talk about getting asylum from Cameroon. Just send that email to info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com and they'll follow up.
Okay, I should send an email on which day?
To info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. See it there?
Okay, I'm seeing it on the screen. Okay. All right, thank you very much. I'll send
And you entered, when did you enter, Ephraim? August of 23?
Yeah, I entered here on August 23.
So you have 1 year to apply, but it's better to apply in the first 6 months or so. So go ahead and let us know, okay?
Okay, I will do that. I will write you guys.
Okay.
Yeah,
have a good night.
Okay,
Bye,
thank
buddy.
you very much. Yeah.
Yep, see ya. Melena's here. Hello, Melena.
August 20.
Oh, she's on delay. Melena, can you hear me? So you have 1 year to apply. I'm hearing her from the last call. That's funny. Let's go to Zach. Hello, Zach.
Hello, Jim. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Doing great. Thank you for asking. I'm a U.S. citizen, and I filed I-485 for my wife from Afghanistan. On 2018, I got her I-130 approval. But then right when she was going for her visa interview to U.S. Embassy in Kabul, Afghanistan, the U.S. Embassy pulled out of that country and everything fell apart. So State Department made the decision to bring all those people, whatever category they're involved with, to bring him here on humanitarian parole.
Yeah.
And she was here on a humanitarian parole on December of 2021. Right away after, a month after she got here, I filed I-485 for her to adjustment of the status. Followed the instruction from USCIS website. It says that if you had I-1360 approval or I-130 approval, send them to this lockbox, and I did. But I did send both approvals. I did had I-360 approval for myself from 2013, and then I-130 approval for her also on 2018. So I sent both of them with the I-485 on August.
Did you send them proof that you were a U.S. citizen?
I did that also. And then on August of last year, she had her interview. We both went there, and after the interview, we received a request for evidence for the medical report. We sent that right away a week later. And then nothing happened until May of this year. May of this year, we received a second request for evidence, stating that she cannot adjust her status because I'm not an alien and I'm a U.S. citizen, but she can adjust her status based as a spouse of a U.S. citizen. What we have to do is we have to sign a statement to change the basis of I-485 from a refugee or asylee to a family-based petition. And we did that, and then we did send also another evidence. They were requesting some evidence to make sure the marriage is bona fide, and we did send all that evidence, photos, whatever you name it, all that stuff, bank statements and all that stuff. We received that second notice request for evidence on May 17, and we responded right away on May 18th. Ever since, the status of the case is request for evidence has been received and nothing has changed. It's been almost like 5 or 6 months, 5 months. And I'm trying to get this resolved. It's been almost, it's going to be soon, it's going to be 2 years for her to, since we filed I-485 and it's not been resolved. The latest, I've done a lot of service requests, USCIS webpage for delay, all that stuff. I've contacted the congressman's, and I have not been has not been joyful, and they were not able to do anything. Also, latest response from the service request I received from USCIS states that due to a workload factor not related to your application, USCIS anticipates a delay in completing your case to approximately 6 months from today's date.
So they're full of shit. This is typical Biden stuff. Oh yeah, we're gonna welcome all the Afghans, and we're gonna make it really easy for everybody. I'm seeing this over and over again. So, you watched my show before, Zach?
I have.
What do you think I'm gonna say?
Writ of mandamus.
Writ of mandamus. Yep. What field office?
Sacramento, California.
Yeah, we should sue them. They'll get working on the case right away. It'll be done in 2 or 3 months. I don't think they'll file a motion to dismiss on this. I would sue them.
Okay. All right. Then that's something that I'm going to have to discuss with your office.
Yeah. Have you called the office before?
I believe I have called yesterday, and they referred me to your online show.
Okay. Huli will look you up, and we'll reach out this afternoon, okay?
Awesome. Thank you, Jim. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you, Zach. Okay. See you, buddy.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. We have the son of a celebrity here. Howard Stern Jr. is in the house.
Hey, Jim, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. You don't mind if I stay off the camera?
No, I'll just turn you off camera. No problem. How you doing?
Thank you, sir. Doing well, doing well. Hey, Jim, I got a quick question for you, sir. My friend, he went out to his oath ceremony. Everything went well. And then he gets home, and he's going through the paperwork. And he requested a name change on his N400, which they did. Everything is fine. Everything matches. But on Form 622, he noticed there's a check mark on the 6, like it says certified that I'm not seeking a change of name for any unlawful purpose such as evidence of debt or invasion of law enforcement. And he forgot to check that, and nobody told him anything. Is that a big deal, you think? Should he contact USCIS or?
Has he already been naturalized, you said?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you so much, Jim. Thank you, sir.
That was easy. Thanks, Howard.
Thank you, sir.
See you, buddy.
Thank you.
Bye. All right. Okay. Let's see if Melina's listening. Melina, you
Sounds
there?
good. Thank you so much, Jim. Thank you, sir.
That was easy. Thanks, Howard.
Yeah.
Howard. See you, buddy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Bye. All right. Let's see if Melina's listening. Melina, you there?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, but you're on some kind of delay, so you got to turn off whatever you're watching me on. I can hear you. Go ahead.
I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. You got to turn off the show. Oh, we'll come back. Reynaldo is here. Hello, Reynaldo.
Hey, good evening. I'm an American citizen, but I'm speaking on my wife's behalf. And the thing is that it's a little bit, I guess you could say it's a little bit complex, but it's not so complex as I would say, because my wife currently lives in the Netherlands, but my wife is originally from Angola. Okay. The way she's gotten up here, long story short, she does live here legally in the Netherlands. We do have private representation. We did submit the documentation to provided what was necessary. We did the whole 9 yards with what was required to show that our relationship was correct and everything else like that. We also went to the interview, and things got a little bit interesting because how do you call it? We didn't get much. She didn't get much questioning. She got. She was only asked a little bit about the marriage information, a little bit about the daughter, but they shifted their focus to the passport itself because my wife possesses a special passport that's issued by the Dutch government that shows that she has English nationality, but she does not have either a English passport or a passport from the Netherlands showing that she has Dutch citizenship. So the thing is what makes it a little bit complex here is she was issued a refusal of documentation. Sorry, a refusal of the visa application, and they are requesting that she has a police certificate of clearance from her home country, from Angola, because she's been in the Netherlands since she was 14. And the thing I'm wanting to know also on top of it, with the little questions that were involved, how much of a impact would it cause on our case? Would it increase our chances of getting approved? Will it decrease our chances of getting approved?
Well, it sounds like you're not getting it approved without it, doesn't it?
Well, I would presume that how do you call it? If we didn't submit it, yes, I would assume we would not get approved. But what I'm asking more specifically is would this even if we provided the documentation correctly, would that actually jeopardize the case, or would it increase the chances? Would it decrease it? Would it be any red flags?
She hasn't lived in Angola for any 6 month period since turning 16.
Not any 6 month period. No.
Okay. Yeah, just get the police certificate and submit it. I don't know what the question is. What are you trying? Why are you trying to avoid it, or why are you asking me this question? Why not just do what they say?
We're not trying to avoid it at all. We're planning. Sure, as a matter of fact, we're planning to obtain it as soon as possible. That's what we're looking to do. The only reason why my wife's asked is because she watches your show regularly, and the thing is that she's urged me to go on and ask you the question.
I think she's this close to getting it. Just get them that police certificate, and I think it'll all be fine.
Okay, thank you. That's if she's got other questions, I'll probably be back here on here again. So thank you.
Thanks, Ronaldo. See you, buddy.
Yep. Bye.
All right. Robert asked if I can explain the different green card categories. No, Robert, that's too much work. I don't feel like doing that. Sorry. There's a nice chart. You can search all those. IR6, CR7. I don't know about all that stuff, man. I just look that shit up when I need to know it. So there you go. Oh, wait a minute. The king is here. Let's talk to the king. Hello, Shabazz.
Hi, good afternoon, Jim. How are you doing, Jim?
I just watched the very first time you called when I lost my shit that one time. Do you remember? You were driving me crazy. It was really funny. Should we watch it again?
Yeah.
We could watch it again if you want.
Yeah. How are you doing, Jim, today?
I'm good. What's up?
Jim, actually, I want to discuss you with 2-3 things. Actually, the I-485.
Now that my I-130's been approved and the judge has terminated proceedings, what's going to happen next? When do you think USCIS is going to approve my 485? I've been waiting a really long time. I went down to the USCIS office and I asked them, when are you going to approve my 485? And they said, Shabazz, we'd really like to help you, but right now we just can't approve it. Jim, so I'll be Shabazz and you be Jim, okay? So what's Jim gonna say to that?
Hey man, you have to hire me, man. I can't do anything. Sorry, I have to.
Dude, I never ever say you've got to hire me. I don't ever say you got to hire me. I say you got to just wait.
Yeah. Apart from the joke, Jim, actually, the which I-485, my attorney, he sent it to UCIS. So he sent it to on the lockbox. So how many they are taking 30 days to generate the a receipt number, or what is that going on with that receipt number? How they will generate and when they will generate?
You just gotta wait, man.
Like
You gotta
they
wait.
they are saying that we are taking 30 days to generate the receipt number for that I-485.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But for I-130, it takes only 2 days. They give me the receipt number and the previous I-485 also.
I don't know, dude.
So Jim, okay. So today my attorney, he submitted my I-485 on last month 27, but today is 13 days gone, and I did not receive the receipt number.
Just chill, dude. Just chill.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, you just gotta chill.
So Jim, okay, I understood. And for I-131, for my advance payroll document, I send them the emergency document, and the status is showing that we are reviewing your documents. We are reviewing your expedite request. So it was on the status. It was on November 2nd. So what do you think? What they are going to do?
Nothing. And again, remember, I don't want you to leave till you get your green card because you were in removal. Remember, I told you that.
But Jim, I already came out from the court. I have the decision letter from the court.
Okay. I know, but I don't know what's in CBP's record system, and if they don't let you back in, that would be a trouble. I think they would let you back in.
Yeah,
but you have to.
Jim, I can't wait for more 6 months, 1 year. No, I will go. I will take the risk. I will travel on travel document. If they allow me, okay. Otherwise,
Okay.
Allah
Akbar. All right. Thanks, Shabazz. Anything else?
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Bye, buddy. That's old Shabazz. Back for more. Here's Caleb. Hello, Caleb.
Hey, how are you doing, Jim?
I'm well, buddy. How you doing?
I'm good. So me and my wife have a green card interview coming up next week, and we had a question about the I-864, the affidavit of support. So when we had originally filed the I-130 and the I-485, we submitted the affidavit of support at the same time, and my sponsor is my sister, and she's sponsoring my wife, of course, and on the I-864, the taxes showed 2019, 2020, and 2021, which all qualified over the poverty guidelines at the time. And as of 2022, her tax return is $2,000 short of the poverty guideline. Would that be brought up during the interview?
In my experience, they've already figured out that she's a qualified co-sponsor, and that issue will not be revisited at the green card interview.
Okay.
I'd say once out of 200 times it comes up, and it's usually because there's something squirrely. Like, the only time I can think of it happening was when the petitioner, the beneficiary, and the co-sponsor all lived in the same house, and it seemed sort of weird, like almost like maybe the guy was getting a green card by working with these people and living in the house. That was the only time. Otherwise, they've moved past this. This is all decided at the service center, and your interview doesn't get scheduled until they're satisfied that the affidavit of support is kosher.
Okay, that's great. And I had one more question. Do you think it would be a good idea to bring my sister's 2023 pay stubs? I know, of course, she won't have her taxes because it's not 2024 yet, but she's for the 2023 year, she's back to normal. Our mother had passed away last year, so that's why she was out of work a little bit. So.
It's always good to prepare. It probably won't come up, but it's okay to have it. I think the bigger question is, why do you think they're having a green card interview? They're not doing many interviews these days. So why do you think?
Well, I know that I-130 is just proof of bona fide marriage, and when we first got married, we didn't really have too many documents to submit at the time. But as of now, we have a lot more. We have 4 bank joint accounts. We have car insurance in our name. We have the homeowner's insurance in our name. We have declaration pages for auto and home. So we got pictures. Yeah, from our wedding, we got pictures. Our attorney said to bring pictures from the 2023 year, and of course before that. So we'll bring that. Family photos too.
How about like an affidavit or two from family members?
Oh, we had submitted that we had gotten an RFE. I think it might have been at the beginning, like in January of 2023, and we had submitted it along with the RFE.
And what field office is the interview?
It's Charlotte.
Oh, yeah, it's a nice place. I've been there. Easy peasy. You'll be fine.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Jim. I really appreciate it.
Bye, Caleb. See you, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, I'm gonna try Melina one more time. Melina, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me, Jim?
I can hear you.
I have a question. When I was in the United States, I came in end of May 2017, and I was granted 6 months to stay in the United States. It was up to 21st November 2017, and prior to expiring of I-94, I applied for extension of my visa. So it was the prior to expiring, like 15 days before the expiring of my allowed stay. So they told me I need to wait for decision for the extension. But the problem was it was very long period for waiting for decision. Like I waited, I think, 10 months of pending the case, the decision. And they told me I am like in good status. I just need to wait for decision. But the problem is when the decision came, it was in October 2018. It said it's like denied, and they sent me the letter where they wrote like I have like 30 days to where I can still remain in the United States. If I don't leave after in that period, I will be like in some removal. So I left United States maybe on 5th of November after 13 weeks from the time after I get the decision. And my question is, did I do a good thing that I left when they told me in the letter, like they told me I have 30 days to remain, or if I stay longer, I will be in removal or something like that, because I did extend.
Well, what was the reason that you wanted the extension?
I traveled really a lot. I visit like 15 or 20 states, and I just wanted to experience lots of states in America, and I have approved lots of tickets and everything, and hotels, and I had some cousins on the both sides, east and the west, and I just wanted to travel. It was just interesting for me, but I didn't realize that I need to wait long for that decision. I thought it was only 2-3 months until they make decision. It was very long period to wait for that. That is why I so
Right.
now
So
can I apply for visa? Like can I apply normally for visa and get the visa? What do you think?
So this was, I put you on mute for a minute just because there's a lot of feedback. So this was a bad idea from the get-go. So the days of 1 month or 2 month turnaround time on an extension request, that ship sailed in 2014, 2015. So there's none of that business anymore. So this was never going to be good for you. It was a bad idea in the first place to apply for the extension. You leaving when you said you would leave. As far as hold on, I'm gonna mute you so because I'm not done. When you got the notice that you're supposed to leave and you left, that's good. But the fact is, they're probably not going to give you a visit visa to come back to the United States because you didn't leave on time last time, even though you filed for the extension. There's no right to a visit visa. There's no rule that says they have to give you a visit visa. So I think the chances of you actually getting a visit visa are very small. You're free to apply, but don't get your hopes up and certainly don't buy tickets because I don't think you're going to get the visa.
And I just wanted to ask you one more question. Like, I left, when they told me that I need to leave and everything. Do I have any kind of bar or something? It's almost 5 years since then. Do I have something like that because I did extension or something?
Probably not, but they're just not going to give you the visa. That's the thing. It's not that you have a bar. I don't think you have a bar. I'd have to look at all the dates and everything, and I'd have to see what they said in the denial notice. But generally, no, you probably don't have a bar. They're just not going to give you the visa. All right, I'm going to let Milena go because that audio is driving me crazy. Let's go ahead to Shafiq. Hello, Shafiq.
Hi, Jim. How are you doing?
Good.
Well, I have a question, two questions so far.
Go for it.
If I have a US visa, B2, and I want to travel to 3 states, Florida, California, and Chicago, can I book the tickets separately? Like I book one-way ticket to Chicago, then I book another ticket coming back from the United States. However, I also want to use road when I'm traveling in the United States.
Sure.
Won't I have challenges on some states saying maybe when I reach first time and they say, why do you have one-way ticket only? Or for as long as I have both tickets at once.
You're saying like, okay, so I'm gonna fly into Florida December 1st, and I'm gonna go to California, and then I'm gonna go from California to Chicago, and then I'm gonna fly out of Chicago on January 1st. Are you gonna have problems?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. As long as you have proof that you have an exit ticket, I think it doesn't have to be round trip.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Jim, on that.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Shafiq, I hope you have a great time in Chicago, California, and Florida. When are you coming?
Actually, I'm coming to Florida, Fort Lauderdale on 10th of February 2024, and I'm planning
Awesome.
to exit on 21st from Chicago.
Have a great time. Have a great time, buddy.
Thank you,
Bye,
Jim.
Shafiq. You got it, man. All right, let's go to Ahmed. Hello, Ahmed.
Hello.
How are you?
Doing good, thank you, Jim, for having me.
Sure.
I have a question here. So I have H1B approved, and I have NIW approved. So can I, since NIW EB2 is not current, can I go to my home country and do an interview for stamping H1B?
Did you get advance parole?
The
45 is not on file yet?
It's not current yet. The date is not current.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yes, you can, but what happens if they don't give you the stamp?
I don't know if the I-140 will be an issue.
No, the I-140 won't be an issue, but just what country are you talking about?
Egypt.
So Cairo sucks. They're a bunch of assholes. And let's say that 99 times out of 100, you have no problem going and getting your visa stamp. But my question is, if they say, oh, Ahmed, there's something in your file, we have to put you in administrative processing and you can't come back for 4 months, then what happens to your job?
So my job is kind of hybrid. I don't know if they will understand or not.
No, I'm saying that there's some other thing in your file. There's some reason you had an interaction with TSA one time, or the FBI came to see you one time, or you got a traffic ticket or a shoplifting charge. If there's some reason, you don't know the reason, but you decide, I'm going to go over to Egypt and see my family, and while I'm there, because my H-1B stamp has expired, I don't care about the I-140. My H-1B is expired. I'm going to go schedule an appointment for an embassy interview, and then let's just say Joe Biden reaches historic accord with the Egyptian government. They're going to process all the Gazan Palestinians for visas. So you can't get an appointment date. They cancel your appointment, or they schedule it 3 months later. What are you going to do if you're stuck in Egypt for 3 months? That is my question.
I didn't plan that.
Right. That's why I'm asking you, because you weren't thinking about that. That's the thing. Nobody thinks about that. But if you watch this show, or if you're able to see all my emails, I get an email once a day from somebody who thought they were going to coast back home, get their visit visa stamp, and then they get administrative processing, and they're screwed. So that's my question.
Are they treating H-1B differently than tourist visa, or are they treating all of them equally?
Cairo is treating everybody slowly. That's what I know, slowly and poorly and badly. So it's not one of my favorite embassies. But the point is, Jim can't guarantee that it's safe for you to go. You can't guarantee that it's safe to go. No one can guarantee that it's safe to go. The only thing I know that's safe is for you to wait here till you get your green card. And that might be me being crazy, conservative, and worried for you, but that's my job as an attorney. My job as an attorney is to think about worst case scenarios, so that when people like you call up and say, oh, I didn't think about that, that's why I'm here, to make sure you think about it.
Can I do an interview in other country, or they prefer in my home country?
Yeah, they're all too busy to see you.
So the I-140 will not have an effect to get H-1B stamps, right?
I can't guarantee that, but I don't think it would.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Jim.
Bye, Ahmed. See you, buddy. Munir has an interesting thought. Gazans are the last people this country is thinking about. That might very well be true. Interesting immigration case study. Let's hear it.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you doing?
Very good. So I got a question. If somebody applied asylum in 2017, had to do mandamus to get a decision was made in February of this year. Some policy change happened with USCIS saying asylees can submit adjustment of status before the 1 year, apparently a change of status. However, it's so weird. No interview waived, no RFVs, no nothing. They approved the application November this month.
The asylum application?
The asylum green card application, yes.
Oh, green card. Okay, yeah.
But I'm still 3 months out from the 1 year from the grant of asylum.
But you have a bunch of time in the United States before you got your asylum.
Correct. I've been here since 2015 and I've never left. However,
well, isn't that the policy? Isn't that the policy change that you have the 1 year? You can accrue it before you get asylum or after. That's the policy change.
But if you don't mind, if I read the policy, I've asked 3 attorneys, and they said they think there's a policy. The way it was handled, there's an error because their understanding is it is 1 year from. So you can file before the 1 year, but by the time the green card application get adjudicated, if they can know or verify that, okay, it's, let's say I got accepted in February, they look at the case May, they say, oh, it's been already at least a year from the grant of asylum. So my issue is that correct, or is there an erroneous approval that was?
Could be. I'd have to look at all the dates and look at the new rule to give you the right advice.
Okay, so how are we going to go about that?
Just email me your asylum grant and the green card receipt date and the green card approval date, and I'll figure it out.
Okay, now worst case, if let's say they gave it to me that fast, what's the worst case?
You got to notify them and give it back to them and probably reapply.
Would they go like rescind my green card, or would they rescind my green card, or is it's their fault, not mine?
Yeah, but you would probably, I mean, there's that old expression, would you rather be right or happy? And so my question would be, it's probably better just to reapply and tender back the old one. If we're convinced it's defective, you could waste so much time getting them to reopen it and issue you a new one as opposed to just applying. I don't know.
Okay, so my only worry is that they rescind the green card and that's an X on my file.
Oh yeah, no, that's not an X on your file. That's their fuck up, not yours.
I see. Okay, so I've already contacted the Contact Center and they escalated to a tier 2 officer just to verify.
Yeah. Okay. All right, cool. Well, keep me posted.
So I let you the email and you do your research about the 1 year?
Yeah, it'll be fun. I need to know this stuff anyway, so that's fine.
Alrighty, I'll let you know. Thanks.
All right, see you, bud.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody. That'll do it for today's show. Oh, Daniel's asked me to talk to someone that was just on the show. How about that? So I'm gonna go. That's the end of the show. We'll oh, Ryan's got it. Okay. Listen, don't we all miss Daniel? We gotta have Daniel back on the show one of these days. Someone was just asking the other day in the comments, maybe for 500. I don't know what we're gonna do for 500. I think we might do a 5-hour show or something like that. So that'll be in December. That would be fun. I hope you all have a great night. This was fun. Tomorrow we're going to do an early morning show, 10 a.m. Central. 10 a.m. Central. I've got Norinator softball tomorrow at 3:45 in Chesterfield. So I'm going to pick her up early from school. I'm giving a talk at the Northwest Islamic Center after Salat tomorrow, and then I'm heading to softball. So that's why we're doing the early show. And then we'll be doing shows Saturday and Sunday, which is why you need, I don't know what time yet, probably lunchtime on Saturday. It all depends on softball. you should text the word show 314-470-3300. That's way you'll get alerted whenever I go live. And listen, nobody's given us a good review in a while, so I would really appreciate it if a couple of you could take a minute and leave us a quick 5-star review on the Google. So just look for Hacking Immigration Law in St. Louis and leave us a review. Julio, we got to switch that thing from Yelp. We don't need any more Yelp reviews. We got to go back to Google. So please go to Google and look for me, look for Hacking Immigration Law, leave us a 5-star review. We would appreciate it. I hope you all have a good Thursday night, and I'll see you in 17 hours. Have a good night, everybody. Later.